I think maybe even Dirty Jersey Rat. Dirty Jersey. Yay! I love that song.
When I was on with Dixon earlier, we spoke a little bit about a lot of things, but in between all of the tech issues and that kind of stuff, there was a lot of talk around KB, and I shouldn't even have to say this, but I'm gonna. I've never had an issue with KB. And I'm not going to inherit someone else's issues, or problems with them. What, not even interactions, but what little Kevin has shown me as far as attention goes hasn't been nice. It hasn't been pleasant. So even so, I've never spoken one-on-one with the guy. I don't know. We've never gone back and forth. I don't have a reason to fight the guy, but there's a lot to not like about him, The very first thing that I realized that I did not care for when it came to Brennan is the way that he counts everybody else's money. I think that's tacky, and I think it's gross. But that's what he does, and there's a lot going on with that guy that, honestly, it comes off as really weak. Yes, he is number one. Everyone knows that. Everyone knows he's number one all the time. Number one son. Number one on any and every leaderboard. We know. That's great, right? Sure, you've got that. Here's your crown. But beyond that, what he does over there does not affect me. I don't care. Totally honest with you. I don't care who's making money, where, how they're making it. It's none of my business. Zero. So the fact that this is a big thing now, which I knew it would be once the leaderboard came about and Kevin, Doom beat Kevin that one day. I beat Kevin the next day. Several people have, even if it was for a small amount of time. But yeah, look at this siren. Cheers. KB snipes everyone yet tries and fails to strike Milton when he snipes. Hypocrisy. It's things like that. It's the broken record. It's the talking points that just get repeated. And what I think is insane as someone that, is still sort of navigating this space and understanding people and their history and where they are today and why they may or may not have an issue with each other and then they broke up and then they got back together, whatever. It's weird to me. It's strange, in my opinion, that they don't, and by they, I mean the other team. I hate even talking like that. What do you say? I mean, the people that dislike the people that we are associated with. I don't even know how to say it. Let's be honest. There's the leaderboard from Super Tip, and then there's the leaderboard from the Dabble Dashboard. Those are very separate things for a reason. And I understand that it was probably set off to make sure that KB is number one all the time over there, which is cool. Awesome. And to compete with Super Tip for all the people that did not want to get on the Super Tip system due to the fact that it was, in part owned by Melton and Mooney. So I don't know. Is that the line in the sand? The Super Tip people versus the Dabble Tip people? Whatever. Either way, that section of this weird corner of the internet, if you're even mildly nice to anyone over here, you get the scarlet letter. It's, you are not to be messed with. You are not to be spoken to. You are not to associate with these people. And I just think it's really bizarre because everyone that's over here doesn't act that way. There's a lot of people that, whatever, I don't get along with so-and-so and they don't like who I'm around. But we're fine. It's not something where there's a written rule book and it's well, you like them, so you're banned from here. It's just beyond childish, man. It's so immature to act like that. And it's hard for me to even take any of it seriously in the middle of it. But I say all that to say, KB had some choice words to say about your girl on Monday. I went over it on the show from Saturday's stream. It was vulgar. It was out of line, in my opinion. It came out of nowhere. He doesn't know me. Even Chad Zumak was like, well, who is this girl? Where'd she come from? She came out of nowhere. Which is kind of true. But I just think it's sad, man, that we talked about that. We watched some of KB's melting down whenever he called flimsy and all that. But I don't know. Some of this stuff is on my mind. So actually, why don't we start out with this? Why not? Let me come over here and push all the buttons.
Gilly, Tas is completely fixated on you. Get an HRO.
I mean, I don't know what she's doing these days, but I know she definitely used to be. The new one that's fixated is the redhead, and that's part of the process. She's just Tas 2.0.
Stop. What process?
Oh, see, you guys can't see all this shit because you're seeing it day to day, but
Right. You guys can't see all this because you're seeing it day to day. Me, it's something I obsess over, so I definitely am watching every single breath she takes.
Wait, redhead, pretty antisocial?
Another strike. And I will tell look, man, I like Panhandler. You're not going to hear me say that I don't, because I do. He will not say my name. And that was my first red flag. Really, there should have been some before then, too. Like, I know he loves Kevin. That's fine. Who cares? I don't care. But when he just would not say my name. He called me the ginger. He called me pretty antisocial. Any and everything but my name.
that's correct. She's Tas 2.0. She's part of it, man.
I'm Tas 2.0. I'm part of it, man. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Do I need to start doodling? Because I can't draw. Does that mean that I need to, what do you mean? Tas, I need to be like a producer or co-host for, I don't understand.
Wait, what happened? What'd you say?
She's Tas 2.0. It's just, that's the role that these women play in the whole thing. That's why.
That's the role that these women play in the whole thing. The what? The whole what?
It's a continued abuse. It's continued harassment.
It's continued abuse. It's continued harassment of what? Seriously, I don't know what she means by that. No one even knows when you do a gig. No one knows when you're going to pop up. No, harass how? No one knows where you live. No one knows, like, you blocked me before I even knew you or knew your name. That's how famous you are. But before I even realized who you were, you had me blocked. So I don't understand. Harass how? Because I think that's what she's insinuating. Continued abuse and harassment. I've never abused her. So is this about Pat?
He gets their sympathy. He gets them to turn.
He gets their sympathy. He gets them to turn
On. It just makes.
to turn on, and then she stopped. She started scrambling. She didn't know what to say. Hold on, I'm gonna play that part again. She screwed that up. Hold on.
It just makes no sense. But
Yeah, but-
it's continued abuse. It's continued harassment. He gets their sympathy. He gets them to turn on. It just makes.
He gets them to turn on. Turn on what? Yeah, nothing, because you and I were never friendly. You and I were never anything. I did not know who you were this time. What, 2 years ago or less? Maybe. I think I've only known like who she is. Maybe a year and a half or so, give or take. Maybe a little longer than that, but I didn't know who she was. So that's not about me, and I can't very well turn if I was never there to begin with, right? Right.
Makes no sense.
Yeah,
But
but
It makes no sense.
there's a lot of shows with that redheaded antisocial lady. So I think he's trying.
Now, he's a redheaded antisocial lady. I'll take that. Sure. I don't expect Kevin to know my name. I don't care, first of all. But I did care with Panhandler because we were friendly.
Trying to make some inroads.
And it says a lot when you just refuse to say someone's name. Just say it. I mean, that's just a given. It would be that way if it wasn't, on these shows or on the internet. So.
On her pussy, if that's
hold up.
lady. So,
sense.
yeah, but Todd does a lot of shows with that redheaded antisocial lady. So I think he's trying to make some inroads on her pussy, if that's possible.
Listen here, Gramps. Listen here, feller. I think that's really vulgar to say that. But you know what? I understand where I'm at. I understand the landscape of things. I understand that he will exploit other people's sexual lives, I guess, sexual lives for $250 at a time or less. There's nothing he won't exploit, including sexuality of any sort. But so he's telling me, it's just a way to rub up to her. I'm not retarded, but it's just interesting how he chose to put that.
So I think he's trying to make some inroads on her pussy, if that's possible.
I mean,
she's married.
She's married.
So he knows that I'm married, which is interesting. He says she's married. And she's like, yeah, she's married, but
I don't think Pat cares, though.
I don't think Pat cares, though. So he finishes her sentence for her. I don't think Pat cares. Again, they don't know shit about me, right? So I'm just like a rag doll over here getting hits left and right.
Pat's a weird guy.
That's a weird guy.
He doesn't care. He loves redheads. That's
He doesn't care. He loves redheads.
his thing.
That's his thing. Guess what? It's the thing for a lot of dudes and chicks. I think most redheads are hot. Women. Sorry, men. Some men are. But most redheaded chicks are pretty good looking. I don't know. I didn't write the rules. This is me 2 years ago looking, I don't even know, it was just a little clip that I had, but it fit this pretty well. Where I like, say what? I'll figure out what I'm doing next. But like, come on, man. What is any and all of that? I was nowhere around. You can't use my real name. So I say all that because I don't have an issue with Kevin, but I'm on his mind. Why? Because I do a show with Dixon. Great. But it's like, Chad ends up coming on later on and it's like, I don't know where she came from. What's this girl?